So here we are to the first ever FLB video, and I'm Lucas Bailey, Leo McDonald, and Henry McDonald.
Here we are virtually.
Okay.
All right, so this is the first ever FLB YouTube video, and welcome to our channel. Making videos every Friday. We can make videos other days, but we guarantee every Friday we're gonna have a video out. Please subscribe, like the video if you like it. Let's get started. Today we're just gonna be talking a little about how FLB is doing in season 3 and the season 4 draft, which we just finished a couple minutes ago.
I mean, the season 3 season, it's amazing year. Starts off pretty normally. One team goes 2-0, one team goes 1-1, and one team goes 0-2. So the first week in every year so far the teams have never gone 1-1. And all the teams have never gone 1-1 in the first week ever in FLB history.
And season 3, see a 9-7 record. Season of a 16-game season instead of the first year where it was. Henry took the second at 8-8, second seed at 8-8, and Leo was 7-9. And then
it was the closest any FLB year has ever been. Season 2, all three teams have been, but in season 2 it was pretty close between Henry and Lucas. Lucas going 7-6. Lucas going 8-5. Henry going 7-6 in the regular season. Then Leo going. How many wins did you have in that season? 4 wins. Yeah, 4-8.
Not a great season. He actually came on top though as the World Series winner. Upset there. And back to this season, Henry after his 11-1 start. Not the best for the rest of the other 2 seasons. Lucas takes the first seed the second time in a row, and Leo finishes in last place for the 3rd time in a row.
Look at Leo's record per week. It is a model of inconsistency in the first half. In week 1, he goes 0-2. Week 2, he goes 0-2. Week 3, he goes 2-0. Week 4, he goes 0-2. Week 5, he goes 2-0. He doesn't get consistency at all. But then week 6, 7, and 8, he goes 1-1 in each. So he was definitely, he couldn't quite find his groove. He was on winning streaks, losing streaks, but then he finally figured out, he got his act together by the end. And although he wasn't winning games, he was breaking even, which he wasn't able to do for this whole season as a whole.
And in the last week, he actually went, every team went 1-1 in the last week. Lucas clinching in that last week by a final score of 6-4. It was a huge comeback. He was down 2-1 coming into the 6th inning, scored 5 in that inning, and then won the game 6-4 with Craig Kimbrough closing out the game.
Yes, and so postseason begins. Henry facing off against, and that first game of the postseason in Daresville Stadium, the Dome, and Henry against Leo. I think the was 3-2, if I'm correct.
No, it was 2-1. It was 2-1.
Good game. Great performance by Clayton Kershaw. He actually set the single-game strikeout record with 11, taking 11 batters, and Henry came on top again in a big game. And then the next game, Leo, a pretty close one at the beginning, and then he had a monster inning in the 5th. Came out with a big break. He got 7 in that game.
Yeah.
7-2, I know. Nolan Arenado winning MVP with 3 RBIs, a 2-run home run, and
Henry was definitely the favorite in that series. So beating Leo 5 out of the 8 times that they played each other in the regular season, he lost to Lucas 5 times. He was 3-5 against them. Lucas and Leo splitting 4-4, but Henry definitely the favorite going into that series.
And then so final game 3 back into Daresville. And we saw this postseason was that Daresville fans are crazy. They're wild, and Henry takes that game in I think a 3-1 fashion, or 3-0 maybe.
Yeah, 3-0. Sale got like 9 strikeouts.
A 9 strikeout shutout. Beautiful game, and Henry then going into the World Series put Sale instead of put Sale second instead of Verlander, so that if there's a final game, he'll go to Sale, and in an interview, he's very proud of myself. Glad Henry, the manager, as a good guy, pick him instead of Verlander, so that if he needs to win, he can be there. I feel like it's a clear example. Really having a great. Lucas drafted him in the 4th FLB season draft, so we'll see how he performs there.
Yeah, well, Lucas in the 4th FLB season draft, we'll talk about that. Lucas having a great draft picking, going Kershaw, getting one of the best starting rotations, Kershaw, DeGrom, and Sale.
Yeah,
those were his first 3 picks, and I think that rotation will hopefully come up huge for him, and it's going to last a long time, leaving little work for the mammoth and amazing bullpen of Lucas.
Definitely. And back to season 3, a little recap. World Series, Henry meets Lucas, and now he's going to have to win some games on the road if he wants to take the series, and he hadn't done that yet in the postseason.
That was easy for him, though, in the regular season. In the regular season, he was 5-3 on the road, but at home he was 3-5. So he was a road team that season. So it's definitely looking good for him for this next game.
But game 1 of the World Series, Henry jumps out to a 5-0 lead, bottom of the 5th inning. Clayton Kershaw letting in 3 home runs, one of which was a 2-run home run. Mike Trout and Mookie Betts went back to back to make it a 5-4 game. We head to the 6th inning, and Nelson Cruz kicked off with a solo home run to make it to tie the game, and then later in that inning, Mookie Betts would get a walk-off single to win 6-4.
Yeah. Second time that Lucas made a 5 or more run comeback in game 1 of the World Series. He did against Leo in season 2. And
against Leo.
Henry obviously not great about Kershaw's performance, a good performance at the beginning, and then that's been an overcoming problem for Henry throughout the entire season that year. There a few innings and not playing, and the bullpen would fail to keep runs out, and his offense would fail 4 runs. And that's what happened there. 5 runs quite quickly, and then has a horrible fit, and then the bullpen close it out. So then, going into game 2, though, Chris Sale on the mound, and he had a nice day, and Henry would take that one.
Except Lucas did hit back-to-back home runs. Trout and Bregman went back-to-back to tie the game at 2, and then in the 6th, Henry took the lead, 3-2 lead. Game 3 of that series, the only game where Lucas did not make a significant comeback, and then Henry would win in 3 out of 4 games. But he scored 7 in that game, 5 in the first inning. Lucas would only score 3, not in the first inning, so he never actually got that to at least tie the game.
Yeah, that was the turning point in that series. Henry was able to hold Lucas off, didn't let him have to make a comeback like he did in game 1. Then the rest was history. A big victory in game 3 to take a 2-1 lead, and then Henry went to
pretty good. Game 4 was a pretty good game. Henry jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Lucas tied the game on a Mookie Betts 2-run home run, and then a solo home run by Mike Trout. Second time they went back-to-back in the series. And then, actually, Lucas's top 3 hitters all had 2 home runs in the series, so that was pretty cool. But they went back-to-back, took a 3-2 lead. Bottom of the inning, Giancarlo Stanton with a 2-run go-ahead home run to take a 4-3 lead. He would add on to that lead, making it a 5-4 game, making it a 5-3 game, and then in the 6th inning, Mike Trout off with a home run, making it 5-3.
Yeah.
Making it 4, and you can definitely, and then actually Francisco Lindor, a little bit of a dramatic ending. He made a nice snag in the infield to rob a base hit that would have put runners on the corners with 2 outs. And yeah, Henry takes the World Series, and if you look, it's a recurring theme. Happened 3 times in the 4 games of the series where Henry would burst up to a big lead, and then Lucas would either tie or come very close to tying it, and then Henry regain control of himself, put a strong bullpenner in, and score a few more runs and come out, or Lucas would score more, and it was something where Henry won that series, and the deciding factor was once your pitcher starts failing, which happened, do you have a strong bullpenner to come in, and can your offense score a few more runs to regain control of the ball game? And that's what he did in the final 3. So yeah, disappointing loss in the first.
Well,
Just a lot of playing. He comes out 3-1, the final in a 5 World Series. That brings us before draft.
We're running out of time here, so let's get to the draft before minutes are up. So,
Well, we've already talked about how Lucas picked his first 3. Well, for his first 5 picks, Lucas were not pitchers, but they were pretty good picks. Lucas went Kershaw, DeGrom, Sale, and then I think I picked Posey, maybe.
Posey was 5th, I believe.
I don't remember who I picked first.
A good draft for Lucas. He definitely wanted the pitching side, getting that rotation of Kershaw, Verlander,
No, I picked Bellinger fourth.
DeGrom, and Sale. Leo, on the other hand, went for pitching. He took Clayton Kershaw with his first overall selection, but from there, he went hitting. He took Ichiro Suzuki, Albert Pujols, David Ortiz, Ronald Acuna, and Robinson Cano in succession with his next 5 picks, developing a hitting core that has been rivaled by no other FLB team ever. His pitching rotation is a little bit shady. Clayton Kershaw, Justin Verlander, Felix Hernandez heading it. But a hitting rotation.
A really good rotation.
A hitting rotation for the ages that is going to wreak havoc on the league. We're almost out of time. So before we go, may I ask you to like this video if you did enjoy, subscribe to the channel, our first ever video. We're trying to get off, wait, give me a second. We're trying to get on our feet, so if you could do that, that would be great. And Lucas has one more thing to say, but after that, we'll see you next Friday.
Yeah, so Kershaw, DeGrom. Well, Leo got an amazing hitting staff. His pitching staff is, if you look at it compared to an MLB team, it's actually like amazing. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's really good.
One thing to add on, we kind of forgotten about this, Henry's draft, and he goes Trout overall with the 3rd pick, and he actually liked that. Goes with a strong hitting core, although it's not nearly as strong as Leo's. Pitching-wise, and his starting rotation, not that impressive with Scherzer, Verlander, and Greinke leading it, but he got a pretty strong relieving staff with Aroldis Chapman, Josh Hader, and Koji Uehara. So that's what he did. So please, look at our website. Buy our game, get a membership, and support our YouTube channel so that we can really get started. Basically the same things that
we gotta edit that out because we don't have any way for them to pay yet.
So
well, see you next Friday.
See you next Friday. Thanks for watching this video.